channel. Thank y'all so much for being here. I really appreciate it as always. Today I just wanted to sit down and do a really chill, kind of a normal foundation review video. The reason why I wanted it to be a chill video is because, for one thing, I have Amos in here. So if you hear grindings of the teeth, moving around, farting, stomping, chomping, it's not me. I promise. It's him in the background. Another reason why I want it to be kind of a chill video is just before I hit record on this video, our dryer decided to go out. So if you hear rumblings and like talking and stuff like that, that is my husband and probably the whole neighborhood trying to figure out what's going on with our dryer. So today we're going to be reviewing the brand spanking new Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation Dewy Foundation. I picked this up at my local CVS a couple of days ago for $6.99, which whenever I came home and started doing research when I realized I wanted to do a foundation review of this, I realized that CVS is the most expensive across the board for this foundation. So I decided to take some notes and let y'all know, if you're interested in this foundation, that you can pick it up at different stores for significantly different prices. So as I mentioned before, CVS was $6.99. Ulta is $6.49. Target is the lowest that I found, and that is $4.99. And of course, you can get it on the Wet n Wild website for $6.49. So this is what the packaging looks like. And if you're familiar with the Photo Focus range, it also looks very much like the old Photo Focus. So this is the new Dewy Foundation. This is the old, like, regular original Photo Focus, and the vial is exactly the same. When you open it up, it has the same spatula and all of that. Now, I am sort of a fan of the Photo Focus range. I have the original foundations, and then I have both the cream stick foundations, and I do like these. I haven't really reached for these too much. If I'm going to do like flash photography or something, I always generally, I go for my L'Oreal Pro Glow. That's just like my holy grail foundation. I haven't found a drugstore or a high-end foundation that I like more than that. And spoiler alert, that is still going to be the same. I was thinking, since this is a dewy foundation, that this was going to be like comparable to the L'Oreal Pro Glow, but as you're going to see in the demo of this video, it was not. Also, I just want to say this really quickly, that I filmed a portion of this video yesterday. Yesterday I was super sick. I was running fever and I broke out in hives. I'm not sure if it's because of this foundation or not, but I broke out in hives after I applied this foundation, and I realized, you know what, I'm just today is not the day. So I took everything off and I went to bed. Pretty much I just went to bed. I couldn't even do it. And last night, of course, I woke up and I was like drenched in sweat and my fever broke. So I woke up this morning feeling a whole lot better. Anyway, I'm off on a tangent. Back to the foundation. So as I mentioned before, this foundation vial is identical to the original foundation vial in every step of the way. Whenever you open it up, it has the same spatula. So this is what the spatula looks like. And this is sort of how you can apply it to the face. Normally, for me, that's not really hygienic, especially if I would be working on a client. I would always put it on the back of my hand or put it on some sort of like a blending apparatus, if that makes sense. And then I could just take it from there and not, you know, like discharge and spread germs around. Amos, do you mind? Now, one of the things that I just want to mention right off the bat whenever I was buying this foundation in my local CVS was, when you're looking at it on a display, all of the shades look almost identical to one another. So on the display, you have the Dewy Foundation that is on the top display, and then you have the original that's sitting kind of a little bit below it. And as you can see, these two shades almost look identical. I mean, it may be one shade different, but when you put them on the skin, there is a dramatic difference. And I find that the original shade oxidizes quite a bit more than the newer shade. So the Dewy Foundation doesn't oxidize nearly as much as the original foundation. The only reason why I was able to color match myself, and I wasn't able to do it like well, but on the top of the lid here, it indicates which undertone it is best suited for. So this one is in the shade Soft Ivory, and on the top of the box, on the top of the vial thing, it has that it is light warm. And generally I am a neutral undertone skin tone. but I do like to kind of have a yellow undertone base whenever I'm applying my foundation. But whenever you're looking at them side by side, they look pretty much identical, especially in the shade range that they had available at my local CVS. They didn't have the darkest of the dark shades, so I really can't compare with that one, but the lighter to medium shades, all of them looked significantly similar to one another. So it makes it very difficult whenever you're picking out your perfect shade of foundation. So the day before yesterday, when I was doing the final research for this foundation, trying it out, doing different things with it, I went ahead and went on the Wet n Wild website and I printed out their descriptions of this foundation. I wanted to kind of have it in front of me, take notes, try it out, do different things with it, and see if I can kind of compare and contrast what they have to say about it versus my experience. So I'm not going to read y'all verbatim of what it says because I don't want it to be like an ad or whatever. But it says that it is buildable from medium to full coverage, and it not only blurs... All right, so if you notice anything different about the background, that's because Amos just broke my damn backlight. This day could not go any smoother. So there it is, hanging on for dear life. We're going to get through this damn video. Oh, I just got to push through. Okay, so what I was saying was that it blurs. It blurs imperfections. It helps to minimize the appearance of pores. It's available in 20 cruelty-free, gluten-free, talc-free, and vegan shades. I would say that it's definitely 20 shades, but they are so insignificantly different that it's more like 10. I mean, that's just me being real. So moving on to when you open up this foundation. So if y'all know, I did a review on this foundation a while back, either on my website or on YouTube. I can't remember which. And the original had very much of a significant scent. It was like a cross between paint and Play-Doh. It's I almost wanted to taste it because I always like the taste of Play-Doh, but I didn't. The new Dewy foundation smells like headache. So whenever you open it up, it smells like acetone and paint. It is the weirdest smell. It gets me right here. I don't know what the H they put in this, but it stinks. It's just not a good smell. It smells just like acetone. I don't like it at all. I wish they would have continued with the smell. I'm guessing the base ingredients have something to do with that, but the fragrance in this one is no bueno. So just to demonstrate the differences between the textures of the old foundation versus the new Dewy foundation, I added both shades to the back of my hand. So this one is the older foundation in soft beige, and then this one is the newer foundation, the Dewy foundation, in soft ivory. And as you can see, there's a significant difference in the textures of both of them. I find that soft bisque in the original foundation is much more smooth and even, and it just blends really, really nicely into the skin. Whereas the Dewy foundation, I don't know if you can see online because of the lights, but it is much, much more streaky. It's hard to get it perfected. It just doesn't go on to the skin as it should. And this is on the back of my hand where I don't have a whole lot of texture. I don't have any kind of imperfections. And I find that it is definitely a difference in between the two. If I had to choose between the two foundations, I would definitely choose the original. The original just looks so much more perfected. It's definitely a fuller coverage. It just looks a lot more natural, and it doesn't emphasize the texture and imperfections of the skin like the new Dewy foundation does. I find that the new Dewy foundation just does not look good on the skin. So the way that this foundation applied to the back of my hand actually paled in comparison to the way that it applied to my face. So as always, I applied the Wasp Beauty 100% Hyaluronic Acid Serum as my primer. Y'all know, if you've been watching my channel for a while, it is a holy grail product. It really helps to plump and hydrate my skin. It minimizes my fine lines and wrinkles, at least temporarily, and I just love it. It's a holy grail product. I went ahead and applied the foundation to the back of my hand, and then I applied it with a damp, clean beauty blender. Yes, I said clean. I was not going to let anything get in the way of my Dewy foundation experience. So I applied the foundation to the back of my hand. I started applying it to my face, and I noticed immediately that it started to deposit the foundation and then pick it up on the edges. Deposit it and pick it up on the edges. And that was a very, very strange thing to happen with a dewy foundation. Even whenever I was completely finished, I had all the foundation on my face, I still noticed that it was very patchy. It just wasn't smooth looking. It looked very messy. It looked like a very messy foundation application. And then on top of that, after a couple of minutes, I got up, I walked around, I kind of was letting it set. I came back here, sat down, and touched my face, and it would pull up anything that I had underneath. And you could actually see the fingerprints on my face. So you can see like redness and pink peeking through. That was definitely a no bueno. The final thing that was kind of the straw that broke the camel's back was, after about 15 minutes of it sitting on my face, I developed a huge hive. Now, I'm not going to say it's because of the foundation. Like I said before, I wasn't feeling good yesterday. It could have been that. It could have been the fragrance in it. I don't know. But I got a hive right here that was so big. And I've never experienced anything like that size. I was actually concerned that it was going to swell up because it wasn't quite the size of a dime, but it was the size of a button, and it grew and grew and grew. And I was really worried about it eventually making my eye swollen and closing it shut, because, you know, that you just read about those things happening. That did not happen. Once I removed this foundation and called it a day, the hive went away. So that is good. Is it because of the foundation? Like I said, I really don't know. I'm not going to apply this foundation again to test it out because I don't like the feeling of hives, to be honest with you. I just don't like that feeling. So overall, my takeaway from this foundation is that yes, it is hydrating. Yes, it is glowy, but it is a very poor formula. I'm actually very surprised that it's gotten such high accolades as it has, when Wet n Wild has other foundations that, in my opinion, work so much better than this one. And if I had to recommend one foundation from Wet n Wild, I would definitely recommend their original formula of the Photo Focus. This one, in my opinion, works great. It goes on smooth, evenly. It doesn't emphasize texture, and it's just a very beautiful foundation. The Dewy Foundation, in my opinion, is a pass. Big pass. The smell alone is a reason for me to pass it. So it just is what it is, y'all. So that's going to do it for this Wet n Wild Photo Focus Dewy Foundation review. I hope y'all found this review helpful and enjoyable. If you did, please give it a like and a subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. And if y'all have any other makeup products that you would like me to try and review, please let me know in the comment section below. I love trying out makeup. If you didn't know that about me, I am a makeup junkie. I love it so much. I just love how transformative it is, and I love how it makes me feel if it's a good product. I don't like how it makes me feel if it's not a good product, kind of like today. So anyway, thank y'all once again so much for watching. I hope you are having a fantastic day, no matter where you are in the world. Please stay safe and stay healthy, and I'll be seeing y'all very soon. Bye.